Good morning and namaste to all dear students. So we are going to study about the metals today, and before this class we had already studied about the chemical reactions and periodic table in our last classes. So metal. So before going to the chapter, what are the objective of this chapter? We should know what we are going to study and what are the things contains in this syllabus or the chapter. In metals we are going to study, first one is the positions or metal positions in the periodic table. Okay, that is the positions of metals in the periodic table, number one. Number two, what we are going to study is that the physical properties of the metals. Some of the metals we are going to study in this chapter, that is iron, silver, copper, gold, etc. So we are going to study that property, that what types of property that the iron have, silver or the gold have. Then the most important is ores of these metals. Means we are studying that how it is been purified or formed in industry. This is the main topic for this chapter and most important topic for this chapter. Then the next one we are going to is what are the use of that metal in our daily life. So by keeping these points in our mind, we are going to start our chapters metal. So we all know that what is metal means, that are hard and solid in form. But there are some of the general property we should know that one. After that we will go to the properties of the individual metals in our chapter. So where it is been found, the first concept is that where it is been found. So it is present in all means earth surface or the underground earth crust. Okay, it is found in earth crust or on the surface of the earth, and they are present in two forms. Two form means they may be present in the free independently exist, free forms, that is independently exist, or in the combined stage. That means they are combined with the other metals or the minerals or the other compounds. Like for example, iron does not exist independently, they are highly reactive. Therefore, they exist along with the oxygen, that is iron oxide. In this way, some of the example we are going to study in our chapter. Now let us start with the general metals or the metals, where what are the positions of metal in the periodic table. So metal, they are usually found free or the combined states in nature. So in combined or free states, if we go to the periodic table, what we find? Periodic table, what we are saying that there are three types of elements. What are they? Metal, non-metal, and what? That is metalloids. So, and metalloids. So what is the what is the difference between metal, non-metals and the metalloid? Their properties. There is the variations in their properties, and in periodic table we are finding three types of elements, that are the metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals having the different properties and non-metals having the different properties, and metalloids having combined properties of metal and non-metal. Okay, metalloids are those elements which contain both the properties of metal and non-metals. So in periodic tables we can find metals, non-metal and metalloids. So if we see the periodic table, what we are finding that? We are finding that 75% of the elements. How much? 75. 75% of the elements are matter. Okay? 75% of the elements are matter. Till known elements, we are not saying that all. Those non-elements, 75% are the matters. Okay. Then the next thing what we are finding that in periodic table, they lies on the left side and middle of the periodic table. Left side and the middle of the periodic tables contain metals, elements, metal. Now comes to the next one is the properties of the metal. Okay, so we are going to study about the properties of the metal, mostly the physical properties of matter. Okay, so we will all know about the properties of the metal, that is they are hard or the solid in structure. They are solid in structure. Solid and in structure, or we can say that in nature. Okay, they are solid in nature. So it will be solid at all the times? No, it will be solid at normal temperature, that we call as the at room temperature. What we call at room temperature. And there are some of the metals are being solid at room temperature. There are some of the metals are being there which are not solid at the room temperature. What are they? Except what? Mercury and gallium. Okay, so they are not in solid form during the room temperature. Then the next one is they are harder, or we can say that they are hard. So hard means what? Like you can see the iron, you cannot break it easily. Okay, so generally the metals are hard in nature, or generally we can say that they are hard in structures or the nature. But there are some of the metals are also there. They are not hard, they are soft in nature, except what? So those who are soft, they are exceptions of this harder nature. They are sodium, potassium, and lithium. Okay, these are the three metals which are not hard in structures or nature. They are soft in nature. Okay, then the next property, if we go to the next property, what we will find? They are much heavier, isn't it? Why it is been heavier? Because it is the molecules of that metals are compactly arranged. Okay, molecules are compactly arranged so that they are heavier. So we can call as they have high density. They have high density. There is also exceptions for this also. the first and the second group of the periodic table, except what? That is first and second group. Which group? And first and second in the periodic table, which group? What? Which group? That is the alkali, metal and earth, alkali, metal. Which one? That is alkali metal and earth, alkali metal. Okay. So the third property what we come to know that they have a high density except the alkali metal and earth alkali metal. It is not present in your book, although I make you to study this one because in your entrance exams of CTVT or the in 11 entrance exam, you have to know which metals are soft in nature, which are in liquid form, which are hard, not harder, which are means not having a high density, and which is also a general knowledge for you also. That's why I am general properties of the metals we are studying on. Then after that we go to the individual physical properties. Okay. So the another properties what we are finding, that is they have high melting and boiling point. Okay. They have high melting and boiling points. So what is melting point? That means the solid is changed into liquid, and boiling means it changed into vapor. So melting and boiling point means they are changed into liquid. So when we heat iron, what temperature it requires to change into liquid? It requires higher temperature, near about 1600 degrees Celsius, or it means like near. So it means that the temperature near about 800 means above 800 degrees Celsius. Most of the metals are being melted. So this boiling, so in 100 degree the most of the metals does not melt it. Okay, so we remember that they have high melting point, means when we want to change into liquid form they require large amount of heat, and into vaporize also they require large amount of heat except mercury. It is much sensitive. We use in what? We use in thermometer. Yes, we use a thermometer, so it does not require large amount of heat. Sodium, potassium and tin. So it does not require large amount of heat, or they have low melting and boiling points. They have low melting and boiling points. Then the next property, if we go to the next property, what we will find, they are malleable in nature. So what do you know what about the malleable? Malleable and ductile. Okay. You come to the word malleable and ductile. Malleable means when we beat the iron, then what happens? When a thick iron is beaten, then what happens? It will change into a thin sheet, isn't it? A thin sheet. That is called as malleable. Without breaking, it changes into a thin